Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. I think where we left off was, I think we had just decided to jump to the Zoltan Homeworlds sector. So we had a pretty good start. Ended up picking up a halberd beam along the way, buying a burst laser and a heavy laser. Found a defense drone, which was awesome. And then most importantly, we ended up with a weapon pre-igniter from a random event, which was amazing. So we're in a really good spot, and we're in Zoltan Homeworld, so we might as well try and see if we can get the um, uh, Homeworld's quest here. And if we complete that, we have the potential to unlock either Zoltan Super Shields or Envoy, which is a fully maxed out Zoltan. Both are pretty good. I definitely would prefer to have Zoltan Shields because then this would pretty much be a guaranteed one run unless something crazy happened. But so let's get going. I mean, even if we don't end up with Zoltan Shields, we're in a fantastic spot right now. So let's see here. So let's do. I have quite a few. Oh, we're never gonna get that through, I don't think. Ah, we almost did. That's unfortunate. Okay. Still not a problem. I think we can just do this. Nope, guess we can't. Let's go ahead and wait for a second volley. I don't want to. Potentially. Wow, this is a really strong ship. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... Can we get... No. I think we can only get 4 here, so if we're gonna get 4, let's do shields first. Now, can we do 4? Can we do 4 on this side? Yeah, we can. Okay, let's do that. Awesome. Want to try and get another barrage on. Hopefully we dodge one of these. We did. We dodged 2. That's great. Perfect. That was actually a pretty scary ship, but it's all good. So the Zoltan Homeworlds quest is actually it actually happens at a, I think it's an empty beaker or beacon. Sorry. So we're gonna try and stay away from distress beacons. So let's check out the store. I think we have a hull missile to sell. See if there's anything here. There's really not, but we can at least sell this and start focusing on upgrades to the ship. And I think we want to do shields first. And then let's focus on, we could have done hacking too, put another point in it, but for the time being, I think for the most part, since we have pre-igniter going on, burst laser 2 and heavy laser 1 should be enough to get through. You know, most of these ships are going to be like max 3 level shields. Okay, so these are both empty jumps. Let's take this one. Oh, we should have bought some fuel. That was unfortunate. Okay, well, this is an interesting ship. Okay, so we have all their weapons, or their Zoltan shield offline immediately, so that's positive. Let's go ahead and do this. No, that's not good. I think we're still gonna attack with the, although I do think I want to go I want to go this way. We're only going to get maybe 3 points of damage here, but nope, we hit all 4. Or, yeah, we hit all 4 rooms, so that's pretty good. Well, oops, I didn't realize auto was on. Let's chill out here. So he, for some reason, kept both of those hull beams online. Okay, this is not good for him. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. I really wasn't paying attention. We should have bought some fuel. This is, you know, we could jump north, but honestly, it's either we jump north or we jump south. Those connect, that connects, that connects. Let's take this jump. Really need to be careful here, just because we have such low fuel. That was a blunder on my part. Okay, cool. This is actually pretty good. So we have the potential to get a double reward here, so that's pretty good. Let's see here. I think we need to focus down shields for the time being. I don't like seeing both of these ion chargers. Okay, that's unfortunate, but we'll still take some damage. Okay, that Mantis, I think, has won its fight, so yeah, we're good there. And that actually wasn't quite as bad as I was expecting. Let's go ahead and just put some fire on their weapon system. Oh wow, 2 misses. Not positive. Have you go there, have you go there, have you go there. Let's get this back online. Okay, I don't think he had stealth weapons. No, he does. Okay. So this is not a great position to be in. I hit our weapon system. Okay, this is a lot more damage than I wanted to take, but that's fine. Those both missed. Wow. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and jump. That was pretty unfortunate. Okay. That wasn't good. That was actually pretty bad. But that also was a pretty strong ship, so I think we need to be utilizing hacking more. And again, that's something that I'm pretty bad about. Because we have such a strong start, it would be such a shame to lose this run. I don't think we're to that point yet, but enough to, no, we need about 60. Okay. Send you guys there. Let's get everybody healed up. How much is another point in hacking? 35? Okay. I think we need to focus on level 2 hacking and really take advantage of hacking before we... I mean, we could potentially be one-shotting ships, so honestly, I'm just not playing optimally, but that's fine. I think we're still pretty well off, so let's do that. And I keep on forgetting we have the backup battery. Okay, we have another store. I don't have anything to sell. I think we're going to sort of turtle here a bit and go recuperate at the store before we do anything else. Mind control as a last system would have been nice, but we have quite a few sectors left, so I think we should be okay. We're going to buy all this fuel, and then we're going to heal up as much as we can, and okay, we're in a little bit better situation. Okay, we have everybody in the spots that they need to be in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go ahead and jump here. Okay. That's not good. Let's keep an eye on shields. We want to make sure that we send somebody over there before he deals a full bar of damage to the shield system. So let's do that, and now we'll go ahead and turn on our defense 1. Okay, cool. And we're going to wait for one more. There we go. And let's just pull oxygen. And we're going to just use that hacking drone to take off one level of shields. Okay. And then I think we want to do this. Yeah. I don't think we have to think about this too hard. This ship's going to go down pretty quickly, so. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do this. That's fine. Okay. Didn't take any damage, so that's positive. And I think we're safe enough that we can just go ahead and get these guys healed up. Okay, good. And we're all set. So, hopefully that the Homeworlds quest wasn't one of these two spots. It's going to be a shame if it was. Okay. I mean, we have it, so we've got a ton of drone parts, so we might as well just... Okay, doors is fine. And honestly, here, since we have a defense drone out, they actually... I'm not too worried about taking damage, so we'll go ahead and, since we used a defense drone, I don't want to waste a hacking drone. So, let's go ahead and focus shields. And this is just some really unfortunate luck with our shots. If we could potentially upgrade this heavy laser to either a flak or a burst laser 2, that'd be fantastic, but that's also kind of wishful thinking here, so. Alright, that's good. Okay. We only have really 2 more jumps until to potentially get this Homeworlds quest, so we might not end up finding it, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do that just to make hacking a little bit less worthless. Level 1 hacking is kind of just not really worth it. Ah, good, we got it. So, unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards the beacon here. We want to hear them out. Continue. And so, luckily, we found the Homeworlds before the last stand, so it will just add the quest marker to the next sector. So, good. So, that's positive. And I think that we get 2 jumps here. So, 1, 2, right? 1, 2. Of course. Oh, and it's just a ton of mantids, or mantises. That is just great. It's my favorite. I think what we want to do is, I don't have a missile launcher here, so we could actually just do this. And the question's going to be whether or not we want to send somebody to deal with them in hacking, and I think we do. I think they'll actually knock a point off of hacking before that mantis gets there. Oh my god. That's 5 of them? Okay, well, that's not great. Let's see if we can get them to work back. Okay, I need to keep an eye on that mantis, though. Okay. I'm going to do that. And here we're actually going to... I don't actually want to hit their teleporter. But I think this works just fine. Okay, and then... let's make sure to get you out before you die miserably. Okay. Okay, we might be good to go here. I'm going to see if I can actually get weapons down. Okay. So I think these guys would start teleporting back, but I don't know what it's going to take in order for them to do that. Let's just do this. And I think we're going to scramble you guys out of here. Okay, good. Okay. That was borderline ridiculous because we got the mantises boarding our ship from the event, and then on top of that they had a teleport bay, which was sort of ludicrous. So fighting 5 mantises, this is not really a ship geared towards boarding combat, so that was a little hairy there for a second, but we ended up doing all right. Let's get everybody healed up. And we're okay-ish on fuel. We're doing all right in terms of defense. I think that level 2 hacking, I think we need to just... we have a ton of drone parts. Utilize that every fight. There's really no reason not to be doing that. And then just hammer them with our pre-ignit system. So, oh, beautiful. Okay, this is just free scrap in the bank. So we're not using any of our missiles. So that was a really good sector, actually. We got a little hairy there. I think we had to jump from this fight, just cut tail and run. But we did end up getting the Homeworlds quest, and yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position here. So, am I missing anything? Yeah, no, good, cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to our next sector. And I think we want to take rebel controlled. Actually, wouldn't be that bad of an idea here. We're still pretty strong. But honestly, I want to maximize our chances of being able to buy mind control before we get to the final stand. Or potentially a weapon to replace this heavy laser. Either a flak 1 or a burst laser 2. I'm thinking. But honestly, this weapon build is pretty good. But I think we're going to just go ahead and do the engine controlled sector. And see if we can get our Zoltan shield. So, luckily the quest markers looks to be in a pretty good location. So we shouldn't really have any issues making it to that beacon, I don't think. So the question is going to be whether or not we can 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 6. Those don't connect, do they? Does that connect? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like that. Okay. Not a ridiculous fight here. Let's go ahead and take down their shields. And we're not going to wait too terribly long here. We're just going to wait for that. Because I want to get that missile launcher down as quick as possible. And I think this is... Can we get... Let's actually... I want to try and... Their shields aren't going to come back online, so I actually want to hit from this angle, so we're dealing damage to the weapon system to potentially get that missile offline, so... Oh, of course. Let's do... I'm more okay using a defense drone here than taking that damage, even though we have a store coming up. I really just don't want to waste the scrap on having to repair if we really need to, so... Okay. Nope, that is nowhere near enough scrap for me to accept surrender. Okay, pretty good. We have 122 scrap. I mean, honestly, no, I really want to get mind control. We have enough scrap that we could potentially be shooting for cloaking, but honestly, I think I would prefer to have mind control. If we see cloaking, though, I don't think that we potentially pass on it, but you know, I think I would prefer mind control. So we have two blue options here. So an NG ship has detected a virus on our ship, and luckily we have both of the options for blue choices here. You can either have your NG crew member negotiate, or you can reprogram the virus. So if you have your NG crew member negotiate, I think what ends up happening is the virus captures them, and you lose them for the fight. You fight the ship, and if you beat this ship, what ends up happening is your crew member comes back as virus and has maxed out stats. Improved hacking will reprogram the virus, and then I think it gives you maybe a ship augment. I don't really care about having a fully maxed out NG. That's not really super important to me. I think I'm actually going to risk it and see what sort of ship augment we get if that is the case. Okay. No, okay, so it doesn't. Maybe there's multiple options here, or maybe I'm wrong. But a 13 hull point repaired and upgrading the reactor by 1 is actually pretty good. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got a drone reactor booster. I think that just makes drones on your ship-wide drones move faster, of which we have none. And it's not actually, if it was like defense drones, that might actually be good, or combat drones, but I think it only affects like things like the personnel drones and system drones and that sort of thing. I don't even think it affects like boarding drones. So still though, that's I'll go ahead and sell that for scrap. Also because we have a store coming up right here, so that's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything that looks to be super useful here. To be honest, a breach bomb is actually not a bad idea here. It takes a super long time to charge, but with a pre-igniter, that's not really an issue, because you can get that free shot off in the beginning. And this is actually pretty good for taking off. It deals 3 system damage, which isn't the greatest, but I mean that's enough to take off 2 levels of shields. And then on top of that, it almost always breaches, hence the name. So it makes repairing that damage to the systems pretty difficult. I'm actually kind of considering this. It's not the worst idea. I think I'm going to pass though. This is actually a weapon system that I know should be more than enough to take out the flagship. And I have it now, so everything's online. I don't have to worry about getting anything up and going, so I think we're going to pass on that, but we will buy all the fuel. Yeah. And then I think that we want to throw another point on engines. Okay, so 1, 2. Well, that's really our only jump, so let's go ahead and go here. Investigate the battlefield. We don't have anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to jump back here and then jump forward just to try and maximize our jumps. Okay. And we have... doesn't look too terribly intimidating. Is that a boarding drone that they just sent over? Oh, it's an ion drone. Even better. My favorite. That's not a big deal. I just would have preferred to have used a defense drone so I didn't have to worry about that, but that's okay. I think this might actually kill, so 3 fuel would be good, but 25 scrap is that's just not enough, so we're just gonna obliterate them. Yeah, we ended up with 1 fuel, so, and a little bit more scrap, so I think it was worth it. Hopefully those guys can get that breach dealt with pretty quickly. So that was a fantastic fight, and that's fixed. Let's get you guys some healing. Okay, and then we'll scramble everybody back to your spots. Cool, okay. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to do... that doesn't connect, does it? No. Can you connect? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we get maybe 6 jumps here. Maybe 7. 1. Let's see here. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. I think we can get all the jumps we can by taking this lower path, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, that was a dead jump, so that's not great. Promise to help. Free scrap. Oh, that was good. We'll take this quest. Okay. So this is the same every time. So you want to attempt to hail them, and then perhaps there could be a reconciliation of our ideals without war. True progress can only be achieved without bloodshed, and it will materialize into the Zoltan ship, and we got Zoltan shields, so GG. That is fantastic. Because we honestly, I mean, Envoy's pretty good. Always getting a Zoltan that's maxed out is pretty good, but Zoltan shield is just so strong. And honestly, this might affect whether or not we want to take cloaking versus mind control, and I think that pushes us in the direction of taking cloaking, because cloaking with defense drones and Zoltan Shield really increases the longevity of the Zoltan Shield, um, on top of just really pushing engines. So this is fantastic. I mean, unless we really botch things up, this should pretty much be a one run. So 1, 2, 3. Let's take 1. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4 potentially. And yeah, that's a good price for fuel, and we'll buy all the fuel we can. Do we want to go ahead and let's hold on to the scrap for now. We're pretty strong. We could potentially push our evasion to level 5 right now. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea too. Okay. Yeah, let's... We have 20 drone parts, so let's do this. Okay, and I want to try and get that weapon off as soon as possible. We should be able to. I think, honestly, this is a insta-kill if we're clever enough about it. I don't know if we can actually hit 5 rooms here. There's probably a way to do it, but I'm honestly okay with, well, let's see here. We can do that. Yeah, so let's do, oops. Let's do that. Oh, we didn't even get that. Well, they were dead anyway, so. Okay, cool. Good reward. No fuel, unfortunately, but I mean, I'm not gonna say no to another NG that has repair already leveled. So, welcome aboard, buddy. We're gonna actually put you in weapons as a backup for getting everything repaired. So 2 NGs, especially one that at least has a level in repair, can get weapons back online crazy fast. So, you know, we really don't need extra crew at this point, but there's no reason not to pick that person up. So 1, 2, yep. And we get this distress beacon on top of the exit beacon. So hey, that's great. And we still have a ton of drone parts, so we're just going to make these fights super trivial. So we'll do that and hack. And we're going to time this. And just to make sure, I want to actually... Ooh, that's not good. Okay, well... There, we got their missile offline, so... Not bad. Okay. And I don't think that... I honestly don't think any of these are really worth it. I think it gives you either drone reactor booster or the NG Medbot dispersal, which, we sold at the beginning of the game, so we're going to give them nothing, and they can't feel fear, so it doesn't even matter. So... that was a fantastic sector for us. And we looked out and ended up getting the Zoltan Shield upgrade. Sensors. Sure. I think that's a good deal. I can't remember. Yeah. Okay. Well, we are forced to go to a pirate-controlled sector, which is actually probably to our advantage. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that we can find a store here. And I don't like the fact that we have these 4 sectors down, or locate beacons down here, because I get the feeling that the store is going to be one of these. But let's see here. think I'm inclined to sort of jump ahead to see if we can find that store, and I think if we do this, it gives us the most potential location to try and find it. I do kind of want to jump. Oh, you know what? Let's jump here. I don't know. I'm gonna kick myself in the butt if that ends up being the store up in that sort of northern location, but let's just check it and make sure. And we will go ahead and one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Sure. I probably would have liked the scrap, but honestly, having another mantis is pretty good for us. And I think I'm actually just going to leave him in the drone reactor room. So, oh, good. Okay, so here's our store. Lucky for us, we found it pretty early on. Let's take this jump, and hopefully we have some systems to choose from there. We will never surrender one of our crew to slavers, and since they have a Zoltan Shield 2, we'll just go ahead and do that to take their Zoltan Shield off. And this is actually going to be... No, we're still going to take down their shields. If I need to, I will actually spend a drone part to not eat that. Well, shoot. I can't... We haven't had that many ship fights since we've gotten the Zoltan Shield. I forgot. I could have just let the Zoltan Shield take that, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and do that, and let's halberd beam right here. I think we can hit, yeah, let's do that. And we don't need any more crew members at this point, so we're just going to say no thank you. There we go. And we got a free weapon for it, so can't complain about that. Okay, there's no reason to greet any more of these jumps. Let's just go straight to the store. Okay. We do not have any systems to buy here, so not super keen on that. It's rather unfortunate, actually. It's actually really unfortunate because we have a ton of scrap and nothing to do with it. I don't think that burst laser 1 is worth it over the heavy laser. I honestly don't think there's anything here that we even want, so we're gonna just go ahead and sell this Pegasus missile, buy this fuel. That should be more than enough to get us to the exit, and we're just gonna spend the rest on ship upgrades. Let's keep a little for oops, no, undo that and click the wrong one. We'll keep a little for potentially if we run into another store. So I don't think there's any reason to upgrade to 4 shields at this point because we're really strong. I also don't really see a reason to buy the battery charger because we're just going to be using the battery for the defense drone at this point. So, and having the lock time doesn't really... The only fight that's really going to make a difference on is potentially the flagship, and honestly, it doesn't make that big of a difference. So, I think we're good. So, let's go ahead and take this jump. And I think the Zoltan Shield actually protects you from the effects of these solar flares, so it's not actually too bad. So if these all hit, we actually, yeah, take down the shields almost immediately. Or the Zoltan Shield, rather. And then we will wait out the clock to take down their full shields. And I think this is a one-shot. I think. I mean, we can just do another volley if we don't take it out in one shot, so I'm not really going to scrutinize this too much. Nah. The fuel would have been nice, but like honestly, we're going to get a fuel refill at the beginning of the final sector, so. And let's get our reward. Not bad. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Do you actually connect? You do. Let's, just to give us another, I think there might be a chance that we can get another store here. So we're going to actually just take these 2 distresses. We're going to leave that one sector that was farther back behind. Oh, okay, 4 damage to the hull's not good, but we're really not worried about that. We're never going to use a repair bomb or repair burst, but you know, maybe if we get lucky and we find another store before the end of the sector, that'd be great. So let's go ahead and jump here. Sure, a little bit more scrap is never a bad thing. Quest markers there. Okay. There's a huge amount of scrap. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get our store. And I honestly don't think that there's 2 stores in a pirate-controlled sector. I think there's only 1. We'll go ahead and fight him. Fortunately, he is... Oops. Oh, I didn't have that heavy laser charged up, but that's okay. It's totally fine. We really actually don't matter. Or don't care about it because it will charge up before these shields are even drained anyways. And that should take all 4. And there we go. We will definitely not use an anti-bio beam, but I think we're going to go ahead and take this, just because that's going to be a huge amount of scrap if we do end up looking out and finding a store. Okay. It looks like we actually get 2 jumps here, so unfortunately that was not a store. But we have such a outrageous amount of scrap at this point, we're going to go ahead and put on our shields, and, you know, I'm really hoping that we can get at least mind control before the... let's hope we get lucky and get a store on our the final stand, but it's not really... Okay, so this is actually a special event to get the to the Crystal Homeworlds. You have if you get the stasis chamber, it has a crystal person in it, but they're in stasis, obviously. So I think if you go to civilian or Zoltan sectors, there's one random event where you can get the research station. And if you have this stasis chamber, when you visit that random event, they can actually reanimate the crystal person. And so that's pretty cool. So you get a free crew member. And crystal people are pretty good for boarding, because they can lock down rooms. But if you're able to get that crystal person to, I think, the rock homeworlds, they will actually show you how to get to the crystal homeworlds. So we're already at the last sector. There's no reason for us to take the stasis chamber. Let's take a weapon and any spare scrap. That would have been good at the beginning of the run, but that's okay. Let's just really keep our fingers crossed for a store here on the final stand. So we can... This one I think is cannibals. It's either cannibals or some sort of disease on the ship. There's too much of a risk to lose a crew member here, and we don't really need any crew members since we're already full. So we're just going to take some of the scrap. And man, we are just flush with scrap. So unfortunately, we're missing a system. But out of the systems that we could be missing, mind control is probably the least important. So, oh, beautiful. And we have a store right there. 100% we need to just jump immediately to the store. I'm not risking it. There's a chance that if we jump somewhere else to try and greed some extra scrap, we could lose that store next round. So we will definitely not be doing that. And it's not a great store. It does have a combat drone though, which is actually interesting here because we could do combat defense. It's not optimal, but I mean we are NGA, so there's really not any reason for us to try and take advantage of that. The extra slots, even though honestly the extra slot doesn't mean anything, but we don't have. I think there's only one store on the final stand, and even if there was more than one store, the chances of us finding it before it's either recaptured or before the flagship gets to the base is like pretty much zero. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and sell all these, and we're going to go ahead and, it's kind of excessive, but we're going to buy the combat one, and we're going to gear up based on that. So do this, do that, and I think we do that. So we can at least any one time have one drone online at all times. And then I think we use the rest of the scrap just to sort of upgrade other things. Put a point on piloting, put a point on doors. I really don't see a need to get 4 bonus power versus 2. Is there anything else that we really want? Let's wait a minute and see how much scrap we can actually get from some of these other events. Potential options I see here. I don't think there's any benefit to getting an extra level of sensors. There could be a benefit to buying another level of doors, piloting, maybe, just in case we take some damage there. We could buy value points in weapons or drones, potentially just push. There's an argument to be made for actually pushing engines a little bit higher, just because of the fact that we have this Olten shield. So the longer we can keep that intact, the better. So I think I'm actually going to do that. And this, and I think we're good. And does that connect? Okay. I don't think that it's worth. I think we need to get to this base because there's only 1, 2, 3 jumps before he, and he jumps every other one. So 1, 2, 3. I kind of wanted to get to that repair spot, but I mean, we're kind of maxed out at this point, so let's go ahead and fight the rebel ship. It never hurts to get a little bit more scrap, so. Let's just take down their shields. We're just getting outrageous amounts of scrap here. Once we get to the base, we'll there's no reason for us to really spend this scrap now. We'll wait until we get to the base and figure out what we want to do afterwards. This is actually it's a pretty intimidating ship. We have a Flak 1, Burst Laser 1, Dual Laser, and a Artemis or a Leto. I honestly can't tell the difference until they deal damage. So we'll do that, and go ahead and I honestly don't care about. I think we can take this ship down before it can even deal damage to us, so I'm not super concerned about trying to do anything about those missiles or flak with a defense drone or anything else. So let's just go ahead and do that. And wow, they actually survived it. Okay. Oops, misclicked. That's alright. Nope. We don't care about anything besides just scrap at this point, so. And to be completely honest with you, I don't really care about charging up that burst laser. I'm just going to do this, and this should kill them. Alright, cool. And we can just go ahead and take one more potential ship fight here. Cool. We have an anti-drone on their side, but we should be able to sneak it by. Nope, it hit. That's unfortunate. Did it destroy it? No, it did not. Okay. And just for fun, we're just going to do this. Okay. Just don't want to risk taking that big old missile to the face. Although, frankly, I don't really care at this point. Can we do... Since we can do 5 rooms here, we're just going to do the 5 rooms and not worry too much about it, except it doesn't look like it's actually hitting. I'm actually sitting on my couch playing this, so sometimes it's a little bit hard to see exactly what rooms are being targeted versus which aren't. So I think that hits all 5. So let's go ahead and do that. And, you know. Alright, let's hope this... Oh, yeah, cool. Just do that and that. There we go. Not a ton of scrap there, but I think we're good. So I think we want to go ahead and fight the flagship head on, just in case we get our weapons hacked. So let's do that. But before I want to do that, or before we do that, let's go ahead and spend some of this scrap to level up. And I think what I want to do is We could potentially I think we almost have 50% dodge. I don't think that there's any reason for us to put any more into dodge. Unless we did that. Which isn't the worst idea, I don't think. And we still have 61 to play around with. It would have been nice to get a value point in weapons, but if we're maxing out our evasion to try and keep our Exultant Shield around for as long as possible, I think that's more beneficial than just trying to put a value point in weapons. And then afterwards, I think that we do, since we're not really super great on boarding, I think we want to put a point on doors. Or piloting. Let's just do doors. Honestly, we're pretty strong at this point. It would have been nice to have another system. Even, well, bind control is obviously always good. Cloaking would have been fantastic, but we're so strong. I think we're more than well enough off to take care of the flagship here, so we'll go ahead and wait for it to cloak. Actually, what we're going to do is just keep that maxed out. Okay, and we can go ahead and hack. Okay, and we'll take that down. Okay. And now we will turn on combat and defense. Now I'm kicking myself in the butt for not buying that, since we have so much scrap, we should have just bought that, battery charger, but it's okay. I'm not really going to try and micromanage this, combat drone either, so let's just get their shields offline. And then we will go ahead and do this. Beautiful. Okay. Whew, nice job, defense drone. We're gonna actually turn off the defense drone. Or no, it was going after shields. That would have been a bad one too, so. That was a fantastic first round, no damage. You can't ask for a better outcome than that, so. We only got 32 scrap, so I don't think there's any reason to put points on anything else, so let's just go ahead and let our hacking go. And do we need to do anything here? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're good. So we're going to jump to the base to intercept. And let's go ahead and sneak this defense drone through. Or, sorry, hacking drone. Okay, get that going. And let's wait until we actually get to the point to where they're going to do a missile volley, and then we'll go ahead and throw on our backup battery and turn these two on. Good. Halberd Beam is just such a great weapon against the flagship, because I mean you're dealing 2 damage for each room that's hit, so that's easy. 2, 4, 6, 8, and I think you might actually be able to hit 5 rooms on the flagship. Maybe, don't quote me on that, but yeah, this runs over. So barring anything crazy happening, we should be more than adequately prepared to finish this final 3rd form. So okay, so let's do that. And unfortunately, we can't hack yet, so we're gonna just go ahead and throw on the combat drone just to take off some of this Zoltan shield that it has going, because we really didn't actually kill that much crew. So I think we're gonna have to do another full volley. We'll actually turn off firing for that halberd beam just in case we can get. Yeah, we did. Okay, very nice. Let's do this and this. Put 2 points there. Get that going. Okay, we still have 2 points on our Zoltan shield, so I'm not super concerned about this. Honestly, I think what I want to do is that first. And then we'll do this and this, just to get that shield offline. Oh, okay, not good. I think our combat drone got dinged by something. Okay. Let's keep an eye on the shield guy, and potentially we'll need to drop you there. Okay. Oh, they got a lot of lucky dodges, but that's okay. We're gonna have to just do another. Oh, did we lose an Engi? We did. I wasn't paying attention. I think I sent an Engi in there to fight him. That's fine. That's just a little. This should be the win right here. That's a little unfortunate. I'm sorry, Engi. Poor little door guy just died at the end because I wasn't paying attention. But that was actually a pretty good run. It's always nice to get a win on hard, but you know, we actually got some crazy good drops that run, specifically the weapon pre-igniter, and then we looked out and got Zoltan Homeworlds, and we're able to get the Zoltan shield. So yeah, by the end we were just incredibly overpowered. So good run, and I completely forgot last time to actually check and see what score we got, so if anybody's interested. So anyways, hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.